The legacy of 2 miles that lasts a lifetime.
Enbrew draws away to win the Melbourne Cup. 2 lengths to UBIO second.
It's the race that hits differently. Because this race, this great race, magnifies the magic of racing.
But a champion becomes a legend. McCartney has won it.
And for that one day, that first Tuesday in November, everyone's just like us. It captures the imagination, doesn't it? A very warm welcome into your Melbourne Cup coverage. Great to be with you as we count down to the Melbourne Cup for 2025. We couldn't bring you the coverage without the A-team in place. I'm joined by Guy Havelt, Scotty Stevenson, Pip Morris. A very warm welcome to all of you. And Guy, there's no better place to be, is there, than Flemington on a day like today?
Well, I was about to say, other than being here, I just want to be at Flemington. This is the great day. Like, everything about it, the build-up, all the hours waiting until the Melbourne Cup itself, and we're now only half an hour away, Scotty. I'm buzzing.
It's a thrill. Even up early this morning talking to people, everyone wants to have a little punt, asking you for it, wanting to know what you think about a horse. Even my mum's had a punt today. Good on you, Jude. But Pip, this is what it's all about. It's a day to savour for racing fans and for people who might not be into racing, but today is the day.
It really is. You know, it's the day they might just back a horse that's green. Who knows? That's what it's about. I'm happy to guide all of our viewers around the country into what the Kiwis are backing today.
Yeah, we will wait with bated breath to hear all of the info in terms of the markets for the Melbourne Cup. Well, we couldn't bring you the Melbourne Cup coverage without some firepower on the ground at Flemington. Let's link in with Aidan Rodley and Brittany Taylor. We say a very good afternoon to both of you.
Hi Emily, we're on the countdown to the Melbourne Cup and well, we've got changing conditions here at Flemington. Brett, you've gone and put your coat on, your gorgeous spring attire and now, well, it is changing. What sort of effect is this going to have?
This is unbelievable. 5 minutes ago, and this is so typically Melbourne, we were searching for sunscreen. I had the coat on and now all of a sudden the umbrellas have popped up everywhere. We've had to put the coat on because the rain has arrived. I don't think we're getting enough here that's going to impact this track though.
Yeah, the forecast is around 2 to 3 mil. I agree with you. The track's come up beautifully, and what we've seen so far, it's played beautifully too, hasn't it?
It's played excellently. We're on a soft 5 at the moment. This is perfect conditions for the Melbourne Cup. Just a little bit of give out of the ground, but you don't need to find a dead set wet tracker.
You're not changing your selections?
No, they stay. So I'm sticking with Prestige Nocturne as well as River of Stars.
We'll update you closer into the Melbourne Cup, but their build-up is really in full swing here at Flemington.
Here comes the rain!
Oh no, just not what you want on a spring day, but as Brittany said, you know what you can get in Melbourne, and it's certainly varied, but fingers crossed isn't going to make any impact on the track. Importantly for us here in New Zealand, we need to talk about Kiwis, connections to Kiwis, and there's no better place to start than the world's best jockey, James McDonald.
He's an absolute superstar, isn't he, James McDonald? Look at these stats that pop up for you on screen. 121 Group 1 wins. He's already in the New Zealand Racing Hall of Fame. He is the reigning World Jockey of the Year, which he has won twice, and he has won this race, Scotty, before in that famous win in 2021 on board Very Elegant, where he teamed up with another expat Kiwi and Chris Waller.
He sure did, Guy. Yes, Chris Waller, the Foxton Fizz, Foxton born, but he's breeding racehorses by the bucket load. $548 million in career prize money for this trainer. Buckaroo, Land Legend, More Felons, River of Stars and Valiant King. Those last two, of course, second and third in the Caulfield Cup. But Buckaroo is a name to remember because Pip Morris is going to take us through the market and talk about a very special live multi.
Oh, there is a big one. Yes, we'll get to that in a moment. But firstly, here is the market. And just in the last couple of minutes, this market has changed. We've now got Prestige Nocturne as favourite. And that's the first time since the markets have opened. Our Riffer at the top weight is still holding at $8. No surprise to see Kiwis being backed as well. And Middle Earth is the hot horse currently, $21. Half Yours, the Caulfield Cup winner. There's a lot of form coming out of that race at $7.90. Jamie Mellum to do the riding. The first time we'll have the husband and wife duo riding against each other as well with Ben Mellum. And that multi that you did mention, Buckaroo, it all rides on him to run top 3. Unbelievably, team. $7.41 on this multi could return $732,000. That is absolutely incredible. Good luck to that individual. He wanted to stay anonymous.
Too easy. Get your bet on with TAB Easy Bet on this Melbourne Cup day. Not sure what to back? Choose your bet type, choose your amount, and we'll take care of the rest. R18, bet responsibly.
The cricket season continues as the Black Caps take on the West Indies in all three formats, live and free on TVNZ.
Oh, that's a beauty. They are right back in this game.
Oh, he's taking it! Oh, you little ripper!
The Black Caps v West Indies.
To have a look at Cheska is out there, Al Riffer, the top weight and one of the real fancies.
Yes, a lot of people think that this horse can win. It'd be a third win in the race for trainer Joseph O'Brien. He's got two here. The horse was having a good look at this. See, he is still an end-tie. Just having a little bit of a whinny here. A lot of new things for him to take in. The standing and the tie-ups would be new. Coming into the parade is all new. All these people, and he was the first horse in here.
Your pick of the Cup Gator, Buckaroo, returns for yet another crack at the great race.
Yeah, look, he was excellent in this race last year. He was back and wide on a day you really had to be inside. His lead-up form and run in the Cox Plate, chasing the mighty VS Sistina, is world-class form.
Ali Arapaho, this year's Sydney Cup winner over the 3,200 metres.
And he's one of the horses that comes here with genuine weight for age form. He's been here before. He combines with Rachel King, who has a real affinity with this jockey. He's been going so well all preparation. Could we see history repeat?
You've pumped it up, but your pick is Vauban, 11th and 14th in the last two Cups.
I can make such a big case for this horse. I call him Aussie Vauban now. He's had a full year here in Australia. This is his first time back at Flemington now with Gay Waterhouse and Adrian Bott. And the big watch, of course, is how he performs in the yard. Michelle, how is he?
Ali, he looks really well. He's very calm, taking it all in. I think having had the occasions here before, it's just like he's settled down. He's grown up a lot. He looks really well in his coat. He's moving beautifully, really supplely and walking out nice and freely. He's a horse that has the ability. It's just whether he brings it today, and there's no reason to see why he doesn't look like he can.
Thank you, Michelle. Gator, how will Chevalier Rose feel about this wet track?
Yeah, well, he's only been on affected ground once and he was well below his best. And that's synonymous, isn't it, with the Japanese? But he was good enough to ride a strong speed 12 months ago and win at 3,600. So his depths of endurance are unquestioned.
Cheska, you fell in love with Presage Nocturne when you visited at Werribee on Sunday. Is it still the same?
Yes, I mean, have a look at him. How can you not fall in love with him? He is absolutely gorgeous. And just look at the character that he's got. The ears are so intelligent, taking everything in. The big bright eye. He's actually a bigger horse than I had really thought of, because when you compare him to Chevalier Rose and a few of the others, he's got great presence about him. He is all man, and I really hope he can go and win this Melbourne Cup.
Well, it's if anything's to go by, we had the Quinella for the Greys in the last race here at Flemington today. Let's head on to the 7, Middle Earth, and Ali for Kieran Ma, who's after his second Melbourne Cup.
And they come from all over the world to try and win this race. Ethan Brown, the jockey in form, has come from Alice Springs. This has been a lifetime in the making for him. So interested to see how he goes. It's going to be a tough assignment for him.
Michelle, Maidan, James McDonald's aboard 4 years after he won aboard. Very elegant.
He's coping with the occasion really well. We're having to stop every now and then. He's bursting to go at times. He's pouring the ground, wanting to get on with it, but he's actually containing his energy really well, and he looks great here today.
There's so much discussion, Ali, about it. Jamie Mellum aboard, trying to create some more history here, our Caulfield Cup winner.
And the remarkable thing about this horse is that he's been in work and up running since March, with a run every single month. So what will be really interesting is how he parades today. Has he gone backwards? I can't imagine so, Michelle.
Ali. He's quite a long horse, but he's moving beautifully. He's a typical staying type, so he does look as though he's a horse that can run out the 2 miles, which is a bit of the unknown with him, and he just parades really well. His coat's really well, healthy, and he doesn't look like he's trained off after this long preparation he's been in for.
Gated to the 15th of 24, more felons, and been set for this by Chris Waller.
Look, it was a good finale in the Metrop, a very good one, and the winner of that race, Royal Supremacy, ran well in a Caulfield Cup.
job.
One smooth operator, Cheska, 12th last year, but coming off a win in the Moonee Valley Gold Cup.
Yes, and Moonee Valley into the Melbourne Cup hasn't been done for quite a long time, so he's up against it. His only 2 turf wins have come in Australia. He loves it here. However, I'm not sure he's quite up to this level. He's looking a little bit hairy in the mountain yard, but he's a lovely rich colour, and he will do the team proud. Brian Ellison, the trainer, has been trying to win this race for 20 years. Now, in behind him is the Northern Hemisphere bred 3-year-old. This is Further, who's a good-looking individual. He's tall, he's rangy, he's a real deep steely grey. Is he good enough? Does he like the rain that's fallen? I'm not sure. He's a bit of a question mark for me.
All right, the other in the yard that we've got to keep an eye on too, Parchment Party. Cheska can win on dirt, but how about the turf?
Yeah, let's have a good look at Parchment Party, because I saw him out at Werribee and I was blown away by the size of him. This is Joe here, who's been travelling with him, and Herman leading up on the other side. This is what you get with American dirt-bred horses. They tend to be bigger, stronger, bulkier than ours. He's just shy of 600 kilos. What is he making of this experience? Well, it's going to be fairly new to him on the turf.
Athabaskan Ali, second behind one smooth operator in that Moonee Valley Gold Cup.
James, I've always had a real soft spot for this horse. He just missed out on a run in the Cup last year, so he's back to try again, and his run in the Moonee Valley Cup was full of credit.
Goody Two Shoes, and this one, Cheska, is looking to bring Joseph O'Brien his 3rd Melbourne Cup.
Tell you what, there are horses everywhere. I am ducking and diving because with 24 in here, they're doing inside loops, outside loops, so it's fairly full on. But let's have a good look at Goody Two Shoes, because I quite fancy her on paper, particularly because she's only got 51.5 kilos. She's got a fairly mixed CV, but I like what I'm seeing here. Now, Joseph O'Brien's just legging up Wayne Lorden. He should have won the race a few years ago. Can he have redemption today?
Gator River of Stars, second in the Caulfield Cup behind Half Yours.
Yeah, made Half Yours really dig to beat her in that Caulfield Cup, and she was close to that strong speed in a mostly run-ons race. Gets a weight swing, likes the jar out of the track, must have a case.
Michelle, Royal Supremacy, can Robbie Dolan go back-to-back?
He's a picture of how thick, James, and he looks outstanding in the yard, and really hard to go past River of Stars as well. They both look really well here.
Torrenzino Ali, the Geelong Cup winner last start.
And another one of our female jockeys aboard here in Celine Gaudray. He deserves his spot in the race. Celine's ridden him to perfection his last 2 starts. Can he go on with it? That's the question.
All right, and our final runner, Michelle, Valiant King, and a 5th runner here for Chris Waller.
All of his horses have presented here beautifully, and this horse is no exception. He's just an out-and-out staying type. He's absolutely dappled up as much as he can be, and he couldn't present any better here.
He is the hot horse. Al Riffer with the 59 kilos. Can he do it? Only 7 horses have him. Well, we'll find out very shortly. And outside of those, there's a lot at big quotes. Half Yours, 3rd favourite, $9.
Yeah, there's lots to unpack when it comes to the Cup. Let's find out how it's going to unfold as we link in with the coverage. Horses in behind the barriers, ready for a start.
Quite remarkable here. Al Riffer, Half Yours, Valiant King right behind. Buckaroo, who's back for more here at the Cup. Cheska, set the scene down there for us.
Well, we've got all the connections of all the horses in the mounting yard here. Not so much the owners, but you've got the trainers and the strappers. You've got Brian Ellison here and his wife. They're trying to win the race with one smooth operator, Calvin McAvoy here. He's got Half Yours and his father, Tony. As we come through here, we've got the Absurd team. Willie Mullins just letting out a big puff of breath. He's nervous, I think. Good luck to them. We've got changing of the guard team here, and everybody just watching the screen, trying to get the best vantage point. Actually, I saw Joseph O'Brien. He's headed out towards the tower, as has Alessandro Botti with his wife. They've got Presage Nocturne, and then here we've got all the strappers watching on as they have sent their chargers out to hopefully do them proud in this year's Melbourne Cup.
Great tour of the yard there with Cheska. TJ, where do we find you?
Hank Crew has flattened the curve. How are you feeling?
I'm very nervous.
it's a grand occasion. I mean, I know you've travelled around the world. You're a big name trainer in Europe and the like, but this is something else, isn't it?
Completely different to Europe. In Germany, we have, when we're happy, we have 10,000 people on the racetrack. I think here about 80,000. It's completely different to Germany and Europe.
What about the horse? He's well raced. Has he raced to crowds this size?
No, never again. It's the biggest race he ever won. But he's a big stayer. We have a low weight. Probably have to be chance to be placed. Good luck. Thanks.
Thank you, Tony. Let's reinforce the tips with the panel across the board. Gator for the Cup.
Yeah, I'm with Buckaroo. Happy to take a trifecta, have a bit of fun.
For you, Ali.
Aussie Vauban for me.
All over it. Michelle, you love Absurd?
Absurd. I'm strong with him.
How are you in the barriers as a jockey?
Very calm. At this stage, you're very prepared. You know your plan. You just got to stick to that and calm your nerves.
Yeah, no doubt about that. The 2025 Lexus Melbourne Cup finally arriving, being quite the lead-up. Barrier draw Saturday nights, and as you can see there, the skies have cleared. Huge dumping yesterday. Some late sprinkles in the pre-match presentation, but here we go for the running, and we hand it over to the one, the only, Matt Hill.
So too Jai McNeil, who goes in on Valiant King. The field's moving up well as Land Legend wanting to lift. Chevalier Rose stands well. Buckaroo about to come forward. Buckaroo joins them, and that will leave changing of the guard to take the outside alley, and we will be ready to go in the Lexus Melbourne Cup. Changing of the guard, takes the outside, stand by for a start. The Lexus Melbourne Cup of 2025. The great race about to get underway, and they're racing in the Melbourne Cup. River of Stars jumped away pretty quickly. Speed from Arapaho, Smoke and Romans. Vauban's tucking in behind them. Half Yours is nice and close. Changing of the guard, using plenty of the track on the outside to sweep over. Arapaho is the leader. From Smoke and Romans, the inside. River of Stars right behind them. Torrenzino, Goody Two Shoes, and Changing of the guard out in the middle of the track, taking its time to come over. Then came Torrenzino. Further back is Half Yours, who's about 8th or 9th in the early stages. One Smooth Operator and Maidan. Land Legend in a pack, and then came Valiant King, Presage Nocturne. Not that much speed on here as they saunter past the 200 metres on the first occasion. Back in the pack now on the rails is Vauban, followed by Absurd. Buckaroo, Athabascan, Parchment Party, further Chevalier Rose, El Riffa, More Felons, and Flatten the Curve is last at the post. So the leader is Smoke and Romans, with on the outside now Royal Supremacy going up to just about dispute the lead. Changing of the guard, got across from that outside alley, third one off the fence. Next on the rails, Arapaho. They were followed by Goody Two Shoes, and next on the rails, River of Stars. A length and a half to Torrenzino, then Maidan. Further back is Middle Earth, One Smooth Operator. 2,000 metres to go. Next in the race is Land Legend, 3 wide. In between horses, Half Yours in the middle of the pack. A length and a half, Valiant King. Presage Nocturne is next, the grey. Followed then by Vauban. A length away in the field is Buckaroo, who is on the back of Valiant King. Next, Athabascan on the inside. Then came Absurd, Parchment Party, Chevalier Rose, the inner. Well back in the field is further El Riffa. More Felons is second last, and Flatten the Curve is last in the Melbourne Cup. 1,400 metres to go, and Land Legend now took it up and has raced clear about 4 lengths in front to try and turn this into a staying contest. Land Legend 4 or 5 lengths the leader. From in second, Royal Supremacy, and they're 2.5 lengths in front of Changing of the Guard and also Smoke and Romans. 2 for the back, Goody Two Shoes, Arapaho as Land Legends now 8 or 9 lengths in front. River of Stars is about 7th, the inside of Torrenzino. A couple of lengths to Maidan, and then came Middle Earth as they reached the 1,000 marker. Next in the field, Valiant King a little wide from One Smooth Operator, and Half Yours, the favourite, is 25 off the leader. Then Buckaroo, Presage Nocturne, Vauban, Absurd, Athabascan, well back further, Chevalier Rose, Parchment Party, El Riffa, More Felons, and well back in the field towards the home corner. Flatten the Curve has got a lot to do. So it's Land Legend, 600 metres to go. A runaway leader, 6 or 7 lengths in front. From in second, Royal Supremacy. They were followed by Changing of the Guard, Arapaho under pressure, Goody Two Shoes presenting up the middle. They were followed by River of Stars, who battles on. Torrenzino and Middle Earth right down the outside. 300 metres to go. Goody Two Shoes for Ireland, led by a length and a quarter. Middle Earth, and Half Yours is getting through. Goody Two Shoes with Half Yours challenging Surnell Riffer. Then came Arapaho. Well back Royal Supremacy, changing of the guard. Smoke and Romans Maidan. Absurd pulls up alongside of One Smooth Operator. Well back Parchment Party further flattened the curve towards the back. Valiant King with more Felons Presage Nocturne at the Baskin, and then Chevalier Rose, Land Legend and Buckaroo has completed the course.
Well, a decade on from Michelle Payne becoming the first female jockey to win the Melbourne Cup aboard Prince of Penzance. Her mate Jamie Mellom does it on Half Yours, and what a ride it was, Michelle.
Unbelievable. I've got tears in my eyes. It's just the most incredible feeling, and for Jamie, who deserves it, it couldn't be better.
A piece of history right there. It was one of those races that were hard to read until they came into that final turn, wasn't it?
It was. We saw a lot of chances, but Jamie just got the most beautiful run through. She was sort of half to three-quarters of the way back, and Halfels went to sleep. She knows the horse. She just picked her way through the field. We saw a few challenges that looked to be, really going to take it home, and then she just burst through. And this horse just keeps rising to the occasion time after time.
Let's head out onto the track as they celebrate the mounting under connections. Jamie is with Billy.
Yeah, I'm with Jamie Mellom. Jamie, you won the Caulfield Cup. Now you've just won your first Melbourne Cup. How do you feel?
What just happened? Oh my God. This is what we do it for. This is why we get up out of bed every morning, 4 a.m. Work off for the last 15 years I've been in this industry. It's tough. It's not all glorious and perfect as everyone can see sometimes. I've had an amazing year. Got married, had some really great days on the track, but nothing ever compares to this feeling right now I'm feeling. We've got Cole up there, who him and Jimmy's bred this horse, done an incredible job with him, obviously. I have to mention my grandpa, he died last week. The last thing he watched was the Caulfield Cup, and he was such a big supporter of mine, so he's up there opening those gaps for me, because I needed a few gaps opened then. And my mum and dad are here. They're put up with all my shit for the last 15 years. My beautiful husband.
You had a nice moment with him right then at the end.
Yeah, I said, I wrote it how you told me to. We don't normally talk racing much, but we ran through this race about 10-15 times yesterday, and that's exactly what I wanted to happen. Not normally what you want to happen happens, but in these big races there's so many good chances, and all you need to do is give them a good ride. And I said that to Tony and Calvin. They're another incredible supporter of mine. They've been there for me since I was a 15-year-old kid, and continue to this day to be there for me and support me. So they deserve this so much. Just won the Melbourne Cup.
You just won the Melbourne Cup, Jamie Mellom. Go and enjoy it. Over to you, Tony.
Absolute scenes, a picture-perfect ride by Jamie Mellom. She wins the Caulfield Cup. She wins the Melbourne Cup. That is so significant. Second female only ever behind Michelle Payne to win that race, and she's a remarkable rider.
Oh, that's a historic moment for racing that we've seen right there, and just seeing the emotion in her. She talked about her granddad who died last week. He was obviously watching down on her. She's just won the Caulfield Cup and the Melbourne Cup in the space of a matter of weeks. It's remarkable.
Tony and Calvin McAvoy will be absolutely wrapped with that. They trusted Jamie Mellom on that horse. She delivered for them in the Caulfield. She's delivered on the Melbourne Cup. And as you said, becoming the second female after Michelle Payne to win a Melbourne Cup. It's a watershed moment for women in the sport again, and it's for that horse. And Half Yours, I know the Aussies would have absolutely loved that.
Yeah, one of the favourites gets home to take out the 2025 Melbourne Cup. We'll have all of the aftermath post the break.
When all we got is time. All we got is time. Used to be so caught up on the next thing.
You're back with Telecast covering the Melbourne Cup. It's just been run and won by Half Yours for Jamie Mellon and the McAvoy-Mitchell team. And as we can see, 14, 27, 21 were those first four numbers you need. Here are the live scenes coming in from Flemington, and Jamie Mellon enjoying congratulations in a media scrum after the success of Half Yours, and she's on her way to see trainer Tony McAvoy.
Yeah, 10 years since Michelle Payne won it on Prince of Penzance, and Half Yours is now the 13th horse to do the Caulfield Cup Melbourne Cup double.
Well, they weren't wrong. There was a lot of pundits who said Caulfield Cup form is going to count in this one, and it was a very patient ride, wasn't it, from Jamie Mellon? She just knew the horse's capabilities, didn't go too early, let it ride with the pack, and then showed its class down that final 300 metres. A hell of a ride.
It was sort of a horse we weren't talking about in running when we were watching the race, and Jamie got him into a position just minding her own business, but she needed some gaps to appear up the straight because she was down on the inside from a good draw. But in hindsight, why did we not have this as our top selection? Because I mean, his form leading up was faultless.
Well, and his winners in the Caulfield Cup, he blew that field away, and it was a pretty decent Caulfield Cup field. And when, as you say, hindsight's a beautiful thing, isn't it? Because if you look back and watch that race, well, he should just scream out to you that he's going to get the 3,200 metres, and he's going to be pretty darn hard to beat.
Yeah, and he proved exactly that, and he had that residual fitness from the winter, and great for trainers Tony and Calvin McAvoy, a father-son combination. Let's hear from them now.
Calvin, congratulations, mate. The Cup's double. Are you pinching yourself or what?
Unbelievable, Tony. Yeah, wow, what a horse. He's just continued to raise the bar. I've got no words. It's been amazing. It's been such a big team effort. And
here he is.
Man. And yeah, what an amazing horse. Unbelievable.
Congratulations, Tone.
Thanks, Tony. What a joy. What a joy. This is our great race. And it's just so special to win it.
It's not half yours, it's all yours. You know, this is a great day, although you do tend to share it around. Jamie's been part of your team, almost part of your family since the South Australia days.
Yeah, incredible. Incredible moment. Like, from the days we grew up, Melbourne Cup was everything. And it's been a great race for the McAvoy family. Karen winning it 3 times. My brother Philip owned a horse that ran second in it. And now for me to be able to win it, and for us to be able to win it, it's just amazing.
Fantastic. Well, coming back into the mounting yard any moment now, and there'll be an amazing reception. So we'll catch up with you after the presentation, but well done, mate.
Thanks.
You can see what it means to the connections after the race. It's a race you dream about winning for a lifetime, and for these individuals, that dream, that fairy tale has come true. It's actually purchased in a reduction sale for $305,000. I know Connections spoke prior to the Caulfield Cup. They bought them, they had no investors, and they had to sort of go around and get people involved. And now, if you did get involved, I think you're sitting pretty off the back of a Melbourne Cup win.
Well, $305,000 to buy him. He's now won well over about $7 million in stakes money, if not more than that. 8 wins now from 15 starts. It is a heck of a career that this horse is building.
That's a great horse, and I think there will be a lot of punters who are on Half Yours today, and maybe it'll leg that up, but the exotics would be paying a lot too. So that's something we can probably get Pip to talk about here.
Yeah, I think it was $100,000 plus first four there. No surprise when you see some of those dividends in behind as well, Sumo. And even our winner, Half Yours, the only Australian-bred runner and trained in the race too. So you know the Aussies will be absolutely over the moon. Yeah. And those that maybe did have that little play on the husband and wife combination could have covered their bets. So I just feel like there's quite a few Kiwis and around the country that maybe have a little bit of pockets full.
You're exactly right. Well, we're going to get you to a break, and as we head off, racing, as you saw there, is full of incredible stories, and we can't wait to share some of those with you.
I'm Kylie Bax. I'm born right here in New Zealand, land of the long white cloud. Our country is home to countless people and communities who are truly passionate about their horses, just like I am. So I'm going to travel north to south, east to west, and meet these people and the horses who are at the heart of our remarkable industry and live upon the land we stand.
The thoroughbred horse is such a special animal.
Everybody wants to know where the horses go after racing.
It's our responsibility to ensure that their next chapter is one of happiness.
A thoroughbred horse is everything to polo. Without it, we wouldn't really have a sport here.
there's always the unknown, and there's always going to be things that you haven't seen before.
The New Zealand thoroughbred punches above its weight. It's iconic.
Get $5,000 cash with ANZ. Another good reason to join ANZ for your home loan today. Search ANZ Home Loans.
Hello, New Zealand. I'm hacking the prices on the KFC menu. Here's a taste of what I've uploaded. $2 Wicked Wing Wednesdays, $9.99 lunchbox, $19.99 10-piece secret recipe bucket. And that's just the beginning. It's finger-licking good.
See ya. Bye.
Have a good evening. No, we're all going the same way.
Say something. So, what are we watching?
We've just started The Rookie.
Oh, so good. Yeah, we're watching Love Island at our flat.
Rugby has the Bledisloe and World Cup. Sailing has the Americas. But for those that compete in the dirt, the New Zealand Trotting Cup is the pinnacle. And no one does it better than us Kiwis.
Grab your partners, folks. It's time for the big dance.
Cup Day at Addington. How good.
Air racing, the New Zealand Cup begins. The most thrilling chapter of them all.
An action-packed collision of chaos, colour and fury.
What a thrilling race.
For more than a century, we've witnessed the epic feats of champions. Moments that made us hold our breath.
Terra to Love, he's 15 lengths behind the field.
And comebacks that took our breath away.
It is still Terra to Love. He's going to do it. It is the greatest cup win of all time. But what a wonderful horse.
The tales of the impossible
Swayze's trying to fight back.
have been rewritten.
He's done it again. Swayze.
And miracles witnessed.
Lazarus does it again. He is in another orbit.
All in the pursuit of the Holy Grail. A cup for the taking.
He's going to take the...
Don't Stop Dreaming is rattling home down the outside.
Newland's gone to catch
the Republican Party.
And on the second Tuesday in November, our champions are bound to put on one heck of a show.
It's all over here, folks.
Because it's our day, our race, our cup.
What a thrilling race.
From the first Tuesday to the second Tuesday, we look ahead to the New Zealand Cup with anticipation. We can't wait for that, and we'll get all of the info to you as we count down to that. We need to get back to the Melbourne Cup and have a little look at the result. If you're wondering who were the top four, well, Half Yours is the Melbourne Cup winner for 2025, ahead of Goody Two Shoes at odds, Middle Earth surprising, River of Stars Brave in fourth spot. What about the full finishing order? That's also crucial when it comes to your results. And Pip, you're standing by with all of the info.
Yeah, it certainly is, because we do have those markets where you can even play into a top 10. So you've been waiting to find out who finished where. Well, obviously we know the winner, Half Yours, Goody Two Shoes, Middle Earth, River of Stars. Then you've got Torrenzino, so the Kiwi breed there finishing fifth. Vauban, Al Riffa with the top weight, Absurd and Changing of the Guard, and then Maydown completing that top 10 as well for your bets. In behind, unfortunately, some of our favourites finishing right down the bottom, including a Buckaroo for Chris Waller. So that's your official 2025 order for the Melbourne Cup. All the honours with Half Yours, but if you have had an investment on the top 10, well, there you go. Changing of the Guard and Maydown completing that. And what a result, team. $176,000 first four. Someone's Tuesday may have just got a little bit better.
It was a hard first four to select, but I think all in all, a bit of a fairy tale result, with the favourite one of the favourites, Half Yours, getting home for Jamie Mellom and the McAvoys.
Oh, too right. I mean, we've talked about Michelle Payne already, and we continue to talk about Michelle Payne and I suppose the trailblazing win that she had, and hopefully Jamie Mellom gets the same sort of attention for what she's just achieved today.
Yeah, an incredible athlete, isn't she, Jamie Mellom, and to see her do that on the world stage, the pressure must have been immense.
Yeah, and obviously there's huge trust, isn't there, between the McAvoys and her on that horse, because it's a special horse and they know it too. The McAvoy family, I mean, what a connection to racing they have too, and this just caps it off, doesn't it?
Let's get you to the track with Aidan and Brittany to find out the latest post the Melbourne Cup.
You're in the middle of the aftermath of this Melbourne Cup, and what a special race it turned out to be. We've got that special result with Jamie Mellon becoming just the second woman to ride this race for Tony and Calvin McAvoy. But wasn't it a race in itself? We saw the tactics of João Moreira going forward on Land Legend, and it really changed the complex break.
It really did. It made it hard to spot. Your horse is right back in the field, didn't he? Opened it right up, made it a staying test. And what about the ride of Jamie? She didn't go around a horse. She weaved the perfect passage, and he was just too strong, Half Yours. So appropriate. 10 years on from Michelle's Melbourne Cup victory, now it goes to Jamie.
Yeah, she just settled this horse in a beautiful spot, one off the fence in around about 9th position, and like you say, just presented at the right time. I think a fitting Melbourne Cup winner was the early favourite and does a good job.
He certainly does. A Caulfield Cup, a Melbourne Cup, what an incredible job the McAvoys have done with Half Yours.
Yeah, great stuff. And what would it be like to be on track? It's been wonderful to have brought you the coverage of the 2025 Melbourne Cup. A big thank you to all of you. It was wonderful, wasn't it?
It was delightful. As I say, the only place that I probably would have rather have been was Flemington, but great to have been here and seen a fantastic edition of the race.
I know one way it could have been better for me, but just not to be today. So there you go. Hope you had fun though, everyone. It's a great watch. We love the Melbourne Cup here for sure.
Yeah, the first Tuesday in November is always where you want to be. That was your coverage of the Melbourne Cup.